Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique together. Come, let us build, not break. Let us enhance, not seek to undermine. Let us build this place we call home. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off this morning by saying the workers of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, they have spoken. We saw yesterday on display how they feel. And I can tell you, they are very pleased with the performance of this government and the many things that this government did for the working people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And that we must admit, the workers are smart. They know when things are good. They know when things are bad. What we saw yesterday in Sates onto the fur playing field was happy workers. Workers who are better off today than they were many years ago. And the workers know that the NDC administration is not perfect, but they also know that the NDC administration is trying their utmost to make life better for the working people of the country, for the poor and the vulnerable people of the country, and for Grenadians home and abroad. The NDC is trying, and we need to continue to support them and encourage them to go for it, to do more in many different areas. So I can tell you, the NNP is pissed. They're angry because the workers are not following the instructions. The NNP wants workers to be out there protesting, to be out there demonstrating, to be out there marching in the hot sun, because that is what they're accustomed to. The NNP knows confrontation. That is how they govern the country. The NNP has always been confrontational, bacchanalish. They have never seek peace. They always want some kind of chaos, some kind of fight with the working people of the country. They are not getting that. They are not achieving that. And they're angry. They're bitter. They're vexed. And they're expressing it in the meetings. They're expressing it on programs. And they're making it clear. Because the NNP is there saying, well, things are bad. But the economists, the experts, from the CDB, from the World Bank, from our local economists right here in Grenada. They crunch the numbers and they tell you that Grenada's economy is healthy and the economy is well managed. And Grenadians are better off than they were 2-3 years ago. But the NNP is still out there crying and saying things are bad. They were out there saying, well, workers are being sent home, workers are being victimized, workers are being this and workers. But the workers are saying they are happy, they are pleased with what this government have done for them to date. So, look, the Grenadian people know good and they also could recognize bad. They have experienced good and they have experienced bad over the many, many years. So we are experienced enough to differentiate between a good government and a bad government. But yesterday, the workers were very clear. Workers were happy. In fact, I have not seen a placard against the government. I know that the private sector workers, they are not happy with those companies that they work for. Some of those companies, not all, some. So the private sector, we have to see what we can do to influence those employers, those business places, to treat their workers right. Because you see, the government has actually set a benchmark, a standard that the private sector should follow. Because these days, when negotiation is taking place with companies or private sector companies, business places, they're actually saying to the employer, well, look, the government gave their workers 13% increase in their salaries over a 3-year period with fringe benefits, with many benefits, not just the increase, but the benefits. So the private sector workers are using government's standard because this government is pro-worker. This is a workers' party. The NDC is a workers' party, meaning they believe in empowering you. They believe in giving you that opportunity to earn your daily bread. They believe in creating that environment where you can thrive, where you can bloom and blossom, where you can actually, do your due and take care of yourself and your family. That is the NDC. The NDC is not about hands out, giving you a piece of fish when you come to beg, and the day they decide they don't want to give you, then you stay hungry. No, that's the NNP. The NNP is about dependency. The NNP believes that you need to go and beg them and beg them and beg them. But the NDC is about empowerment, making you on your own bread. And in fact, the Bible speaks about that. A man must work and earn his bread, or else he should not eat. I think, what's to that effect? Just paraphrasing it. Right? You have to earn your daily bread. And this government is that type, saying to you, we will create the environment for you to work, for you to earn your daily bread. So the workers were in full commendation for what the NDC administration has done for them. And look, you will not see Keith Mitchell and the NNP ministers of government on Labor Day, mixing, mingling, shaking hands, embracing the working people of the country. You will never see that. But we saw, again, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, our beloved Prime Minister, and his ministers of government, particularly the Minister of Labor, the Honorable Claudette Joseph, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and MP for St. Patrick West, the Honorable Joseph Andal, the Minister of Finance and the MP for St. Patrick East, the Honorable Dennis Cornwall. We saw the Honorable Quince Britton, well, I saw him, and some other ministers. We saw the Honorable Lennox Andrews, the Honorable Gloria Thomas, right? And there may have been other ministers, but that's who I saw. There may have been other ministers there. I saw the Honorable David Andrews. He was actually there too. And I want to believe there were others. Well, the Honorable Andy Williams, I saw him. I actually hailed him up there too. So quite a number of the ministers, they were on the ground mixing and mingling and engaging people. The Honorable Delma Thomas was also there. A good friend is telling me. So they were there with the workers because, remember, the employer of these workers, the majority of the workers who was celebrating yesterday, is the government of Grenada. And the ministers of government, they're actually the head. So they ought to be there. Yes, I did mention the Honorable Joseph Andal. He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I did mention that. All right? Thank you very much there, my good friend, Miss Alexander. So I am simply saying the ministers, they were out there, and it shows that there is no enmity. There is no melee and bacchanal. There is no disunity between the head and those who have to work for government, the workers. So the employer and the workers, they are all united in building Grenada, in transforming Grenada. But the NNP, on the other hand, they are bitter, they are angry. What the NNP wants to see is chaos. What the NNP wants to see is strike action, demonstration, protest. They're not seeing that. So they're angry. They're vexed because they know when workers are unhappy, it is not good for the economy. It is not good for the country, generally, because then productivity will suffer and people will be somewhat pissed when they go to ministries and so on, because a happy worker will extend that to the customers, we the people. So the government is leading by example, saying to the workers, we know what you're doing, and we are here to support it so that it can be fulfilled, can be achieved. We're going to support in many, many ways. So I want to commend the workers of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And I think you're getting the message. You're getting the message, because I tell people the NNP has about 4 or 5 programs, radio programs, and there are some that's online and also on TV. There are some that's online, on TV, and on radio. So they have programs. They have people on talk show programs pushing their narrative, seeking to mislead, seeking to cause chaos within the society. So they have people on programs who pushing a certain agenda. And Grenadians, may listen from time to time. You on YouTube, you may click, right? You in your vehicle, you might be going through the different frequencies and so on in your vehicle with your stereo, whatever set you have in there, and you may listen to their programs. And there are people who are curious. They always want to hear what they're discussing. But it is not reflective in our society with the actions of our people to date in terms of what the misinformation that the NNP is putting out there. People are not buying it. People are not adhering to it. People are not following it. So yes, their numbers might be, let's say, 6,000 people, 7,000 people on YouTube viewing their program, or 5,000 people on Facebook, right? 5,000 people on radio viewing their programs. But it doesn't mean that these people are buying into what they're actually putting out. Because you're seeing it every day. The businesses, they are happy, right? The workers are happy. The government is doing more for the poor and the vulnerable than NNP did in 20-something years, right? So people are generally happy in the country. We are not saying that the NDC is perfect or flawless. We are not saying that. So they're disseminating information that's misleading. You know, the NNP and the different programs. Some of the programs, they're not called NNP, right? But they're pushing an NNP agenda, seeking to mislead the public, the general public. But people are not following them. People are not believing what they are saying. And that is what is significant. So while they're out there, they have so many programs, pushing so many agendas, but people are not buying into their narrative, their stories. And I love that. The workers understand that this government is pro-worker. They want workers to do well. They want workers to be in a better position. They want the country to prosper. Because if the country prospers, then Grenada will prosper. And that is very important. Very, very important. So let the NNP remain there with their angry self, their bitter self, because the workers are happy with the performance of this government. And it will continue. Workers will be more and more happy or happier as the years go by under this administration. Because this administration believes in workers, the rights of workers, enhancing their working condition. But I tell you this, the leadership of some of those unions are bitter. They are angry because workers are not towing their line. So do not worry much about the leadership of some of those unions. Yesterday, I tactically went to at least the three biggest unions in Grenada celebrations, right? Where they were gathered, drinking, partying, and having a wonderful time. I intentionally went there. So while I was at the rally area, I saw a number of things, but I went there to get a more personal feel. And workers are extremely happy. The leadership of those unions, they're out of touch. So they would go up on a stage and say all kind of things. But the workers themselves, they are happy with the performance of the government. And I'm not just telling you that because I want to say that to you, you know. I am a person who is very good at analyzing things, assessing things. And I went to the Public Workers Union celebrations at the arena, Prescott Swan, a good partner. I went to Tao's, G Tao's celebrations at that facility close to the medical station. I don't know what is the name of that facility. I went to teachers' celebrations at McDonald's or McDonald College. I went there. And the workers are extremely happy. Forget about the leadership of those unions. Some of them would say all kind of stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But the workers are extremely happy with government's performance to date. So do not usurp, too much energy. That is what would happen. You're going to beat up yourself over what Andre Lewis said, or over what Brian Grimes said, or over what another one said. Don't beat up yourself over that. In fact, I could have featured some of the things that some of them said. I decided not to, because they are not that important. They believe that they are important. I happened to meet a number of them. They were very cordial. And as I said to two of those leaders, look, you do your do and let me do my do. Simple like that. I said, when I speak about certain things, I don't hate you. I don't hate the person, but I deal with the issues. Right? I deal with the issues. And I think they understand. So don't worry too much about the leadership of those unions. They're out of touch with the reality when it comes to the workers and the way they feel. The workers are happy. And the workers celebrated that yesterday. You see, the leadership of those unions, some of them, they are accustomed to TB. They are accustomed to bacchanal. They are accustomed to confrontation. They are accustomed to this kind of atmosphere, tense atmosphere. They had nothing to gas up, to energize the workers to come out and chant and fight over nothing. Because the workers were saying to them, it was the NDC who paid pension and gratuity, not the NNP. It was the NDC who paid the dock salaries that the NNP took from hardworking teachers and public officers. It was the NDC who paid that money back. The workers were saying to them, it was the NDC who started the regularization process, regularizing workers within the public service. It was the NDC, not the NNP. It was the NDC who paid the TAMCC teachers and faculty all the millions that they were owed under the NNP. NNP owed these people millions of dollars. It was the NDC who did that, paid the money. The workers were saying to them, it was the NDC who gave public officers 13% increase in their salaries with fringe benefits, not the NNP. It was the NDC, and you didn't have to go and march and demonstrate and protest for your money. No. The workers are saying to the leadership of the unions, It was the NDC who gave them the kind of, bi-monthly salary payments, for example. Twice per month, they're getting their money instead of waiting for the month end to get it. It is the NDC who introduced that, not the NNP. The workers are saying to the leadership of the unions, it was the NDC who increased the minimum wage for workers, not the NNP. The NNP never did such a thing. The NDC did all those things, every one of them. And there is no big wall between the ministers of government and the employees within the ministries. No, and there is good relationship between both. And I am saying it is clear the leadership of some of those unions, they're out of touch with reality. They don't understand the workers of their union. They are extremely happy with the performance of this government. And it's showing. So I went personally to get a feel, because it's not just about the placards, right? It's not about the placards. I went personally to hear, to listen. And workers were coming up to me and say, Kem, they are proud of this government and what this government has done for them. This government cares about workers. This government cares about the poor and the vulnerable in this country. In fact, yesterday, 2 persons came up to me and said, Kem Jones, the NNP always talking about they care about the poor and the vulnerable. But the gentleman and the lady said to me, it is the NDC that cares about the poor and the vulnerable in the country. Yes, the NDC, not the NNP. No, because the record is there to show. And we must put that record on the table. We must put it on billboards and posters. We must put it online, put it everywhere. Let people know that the NDC cares about the working man and woman in the country. Let everyone know that the NDC cares about Grenadians who are poor and vulnerable. We want to lift them out of poverty. Everyone must appreciate the work that the NDC is doing to get a lot of these people out of poverty, to have a better life, a better living standard, better living condition. The NDC is working assiduously, diligently, to make our people better, more prosperous, to bring opportunities to our people. And I am saying we must put the facts on the table. We must not make the NNP define this government or the actions of this government. No, we must put the facts out there so our people will know what the NDC has done for the poor and the vulnerable and for the working man and woman out there. We need to do pamphlets, brochures. We need to put the facts out there. Let people know that the NDC cares about the working man and woman in the country. Let people know that the NDC cares about the poor and the vulnerable people in the country, to lift them out of poverty, to provide a better life and living standard and condition for them. The facts are there. When a government could come into power and recognize that the NNP had hundreds of people still using peat latrines in Grenada, and that government could build indoor bathroom and toilet facilities for families who were using pit latrines, open latrines. That government cares about the poor and the vulnerable people in the country. When the NDC came into power and they recognized people were without internet in 2022, 2023, 2024, they partnered with Flow to start the Jump program to provide internet service to homes without a device, also provide a device and training for those people. The NDC cares about the poor and the vulnerable people in the country. That is why they're giving title deeds to people who are on crown lands, government lands. They get entitled to the land because the government understands that if you own a piece of land, you can get a loan, you get a mortgage, you could buy a car, you could build your house, you could repair your home, you could do things. That is why the NDC is doing so much for the ordinary people in the country. The minimum wage, increasing your salaries. The free tuition policy, providing higher education for people, access to higher education. That is important. The free hot meal program, making sure that that child doesn't have to, scratch his or her head, wondering where that meal will come from at 12 o'clock or lunchtime. That hot meal will be provided for that child. So things are happening for our people, and we must be proud of our government. But folks, I want to give you the next 20 minutes to speak. The number is 415-4817, 415-4817. So if you want to talk about anything, you can talk about it. All right? The number is 415-4817. 415-4817. So if you want to talk about anything, you can. Again, the number 415-4817. You can call me via WhatsApp call, or straight. All right? The number 415-4817. That's the number to call. So let's utilize the next 18 minutes to interact. If you want to say something, you can. Let's speak. Maybe you saw the rally yesterday. Maybe you saw the workers marching in the streets of Sates. Maybe you were part of the march. Maybe you were observing via the internet and so on. You're free to talk. Let's take the first call. Good morning. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
I heard you talk about all the ministers of government was at the May Day rally yesterday. Wasn't there any
hold
of
on,
the...
Hold on. Not all of them. Not all the ministers. Right? So a number of ministers were there. That is why those who I saw, I identified them. But go ahead. I know what you're coming with in terms of the opposition side. Go ahead.
Yes, because I didn't hear you talk about any opposition member.
I didn't see
the rally. I wondered.
But to be fair, I saw Peter David. Right? I saw Peter David. Are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, so
I'm wondering.
I saw Peter
every
David.
One of them is getting a stipend at the end of the month.
Yeah, but I saw Peter David.
And I thought the May Day rally was for government ministers and for the opposition parliamentarian.
All right, so but I actually saw Peter David.
Okay.
All right, great.
And that was enough for me.
Okay, nice.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Kim.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. I just want to big up the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team for coming out yesterday in the May Day celebration. Big up to the team.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, so I saw Peter David was there. And he is on the opposition side. I didn't see Keith Mitchell or Kate Lewis or Emlyn Pay or Clarice Modeste, right? But the NNP is not known to be around workers or like workers. They are not accustomed to going to media rallies and so on and interacting, face to face with the workers. They are not known for that. But I saw Peter David, and Peter David was Minister of Labor for a number of years, and he was also part of NDC, right? So that's kind of different. Again, the number is 415 4817 415 4817. You're free to call and have your say. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. How you
I'm
doing?
fine, thanks. How you doing?
Are they quiet here now? If I owe you $1,900 and every month I'm giving you $2, how much months that would take me to don't pay you?
A lot of months.
Well, I'll find even though I give you $2, I pay you, go get you $1,900.
Yes.
All right. I'm not calling on the government to get the 18, so I just want to see if they give him $2 every month to even collect all the money. Bye-bye.
All right. Again, the number is 415 4817 415 4817. And you're free to call in and have your say. 415 4817. Look, the government is performing well. The government is focused on the development of people. And that has been lacking for many years. People's development. The NDC cares about people and lifting you from where you are to someplace better. That is the beautiful thing about the NDC. The NDC cares about people's development. And we have to start crafting slogans so people can understand. And I say to people, you don't need anything long or lengthy. Simple slogans. The NDC cares about the workers of the country. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Chairman. How are you?
I am fine, thanks. And you?
Not so well.
But you have life.
Yes, so thank God for that.
That's important.
You remember the order gave you to put on the air for me before election?
Tell me.
Yes, the one about a government who care for community.
Oh, a government who cares for the community. Yes.
For the community.
Yes.
I know Deacon Mitchell would be that government who care for the community because God told me so. That's why I gave you.
That's Deacon Mitchell, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and the team,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Because he's not the government. He's just the leader of.
Yes, the leader.
The head of, yes.
Because he was not the leader as yet,
right.
And I gave you the ad to. We want somebody that care about community, and I must congratulate the government for that.
Yes.
And I must congratulate you for your 10 years of real labor for the people.
Yes.
And you is one who care about the community too.
Thank you.
So, Kem, you have a good day and continue do what you're doing best.
Thank you very much, Miss Bess.
God will deliver you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Miss Bess.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. And on the 15th of May, that's 13 days from today, I will be celebrating 10 years on radio and social media, meaning doing the podcast and being on radio. Let's take that call. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Tim. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Well, are they fighting up?
Wonderful.
I want to congratulate the whole activity yesterday, all the union leaders and the marchers and everything. To me, I was home looking on. It was a day of joy, a celebration, not a confrontation. And I love that aspect of it. People were just celebrating. And it was lovely. And our Prime Minister he just know how to get involved, how to make the people, how to be a part of what is happening. That is, he's a people person. So everything was just lovely.
Thank you.
And it's a long time we didn't have maybe with that kind of attitude. So have a lovely day.
Same to you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello, you're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Kim?
Hi. Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I'm on a delay, Kim. So just give me a minute.
Yeah, but you're actually live, you know.
Yeah, I know I'm not live, but I'm hearing the radio in the background.
Right. So, you're gonna reduce the volume.
Yes, Kim.
All right. Go ahead. Proceed.
I want to tell you something.
Yes.
Listen to me. Yeah, hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Kim.
Yeah. Do not listen to anything in the background.
I want to tell.
Have a
Yes, I
phone
want to tell you
conversation with
something.
me.
Okay.
So tell me.
I want to wash your hands, wash your mouth, wash your body, wash all inside. Okay?
That's all? Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's all. You have anything else to say? Hello? Are you gone? All right. Thank you very much, there, caller. Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. That's the number to call to get on the inside to have your say. That's all. Man, you're gonna tell me something again, man. Maybe you're gonna tell me trim my hair, maybe change my clothes. You know, come on. You stop just there. Come on. Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. All right. Let's take that call. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Kim. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Okay, I'm good. Boy, yesterday, you know what hit me nice is when our beloved Prime Minister came out and made that comment to the opposition leader, telling him he knew he's watching and he would give him a show. That, oh boy, I was so elated. Let him know that we know you're watching.
All
and
right.
you're feeling good. All right.
Nice. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning, Kim Jones. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Well, boy,
All right.
I just want to deviate a little bit to offer congratulations to the Honorable Kieran James on the achievement of that prestigious award she recently got. I can't remember the name of the award, but it's to do with, I think, climate change, climate resiliency, that kind of thing. I think she should beat her chest on that a little bit more. It's a very prestigious award. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations there is in order to the Honorable Kieran James on receiving that award. Yes, I think we talked about it here already. But thank you very much there, my good friend. Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. That's the number to call. Yes. So I will be celebrating 10 years in radio and, podcasting generally. I've been around for the last 10 years in this business. So on the 15th of May, I'll be celebrating that. But we will have an activity on the 30th, right? The 31st, sorry, not the 30th, 31st. Friday, the 31st of May. So that's the last Friday and the last day in the month, this month. So I want to encourage you to get your tickets if you have not yet gotten your tickets. If you are not able to come, please buy some tickets as a form of appreciation. So we have the tickets, they're available. Buy some tickets as a form of appreciation. All right? Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. You're free to speak. Oh God, that person again. Hello? Hello?
Kim.
Hello?
Kim.
Hi.
Kim.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I think you misunderstand my promotion. I was promoting the wash program, not about you. You wash your mouth, you brush your teeth, you wash your hands, you wash your body. Everything is inside the house, no longer outside.
Yeah, but you see,
that's what I'm promoting.
Yeah, but
it's
you
not
see,
about you.
Yeah, but you see, my brother. Hold
it's
on.
wash.
No, hold on. My brother, you see, radio and communication, you have to speak in simple language. So when you speak and you want people to understand what you're saying, you need to speak in simple language. So you can say, for example, you applaud the WASH program because people are able, with inside of their house, to do the normal thing, right? Wash, bathe, scrub your teeth, do all those things, you see? So it's so important. Communication must be very simple. It can't be tie up, so to speak, right?
I got you.
Yeah. All right, blessings flow.
Yeah.
One love.
But that's what it is about
Yeah,
the
man.
WASH program.
No problem.
Yeah, man.
Plenty love. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. You see, my brother, communication has to be very, very simple. And the reason why this program is relevant is because I have a good command of the English language and I'm able to speak in very simple format. People can understand. Good morning.
Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I just wanted to tell you I was looking at it yesterday from New York, and I was just, oh my God, it was such a happy feeling to see the Prime Minister on the side and the people so happy and everything, and it gave me goosebumps. It gave me chill because I grew up in Grenada, and it's a thing that I've never seen. For years, I remember every May Day, my mother going out because it's like they're just always unhappy, unhappy, unhappy. And, it brought tears to me because it would have been a May Day she would have loved, but she passed. And, she was such a dedicated NDC and she never got that opportunity to be there, when her party is in power. But, I would celebrate every moment for her and keep her spirits alive. Also, I wanted to say, I was browsing this morning and I came across the GBM program, and people was calling in and somebody called about the $150 that was deducted and there was a promise to put it back and he wasn't there and he want his money. And somebody else called and talked about, well, Mayday is just a big party right now. It's nothing more than just a big party. And I called the program and I said, on the program. I said to him, I said, this program supposed to be enlightening people. And I do think you should do some research. So when people call, you can correct them and you can tell them what they're saying is wrong, or you can point them or ask them where they get their facts from, point them in the right direction. I said, I don't think you should be running a program where it's like you just sit and let people just say whatever they want, and it's not true. And, I said, how do you expect a child to learn? A child learns from asking questions, like somebody correcting them. That is how a child learns. I said, so you just have people just coming on the program and saying whatever. I said, but I did hear you defend yourself when somebody said to you, you're pushing religion on them. You defended that, but you don't defend nothing else. And what I realized, Kim, they don't have you live. So they have you calling, but then they screen what they bring live and what they don't bring live because my comment was not on live. I went back and listened and it was not there. So I guess that's what they're doing. They're screening callers, listening to what you have to say. And if it's something they don't like, they don't put it across. But like I said, Cam, do what you're doing. Do your thing, man. We love you. We out here. We supporting you. Happy 10-year. Must said, I'm trying to come down there for that 10-year party.
All right. Plenty love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, there, my good friend. Thank you very much. Yes. And if you are a moderator, if you're a host or hostess of a program, you should be knowledgeable enough or well researched enough to correct people. So if a person calls this program and say they want back some 150, I would say, well, the government of Grenada actually put back $200 for people 60 years and over, and those with mental challenge or physical challenge, right? So if you have some level of disability, they've added $200 to that money. So the people no longer collect $300, but they collecting five. But you must be 65 years and older. You must have some form of disability for, the people who have disability or mental challenge or so, they would be getting that. The people who are 65 years and older, they will be getting that. So if you're younger than that, you'll be getting 300, right? So the government actually added $200 to the poor relief assistance. And to be honest with you, there are some people who get in that money, and by the time they get the money, straight into the rum shop or straight where they're selling the cocaine, where they're selling the weed, and that's how they live. You just lick it up, one lash, and then they complain. But you cannot stop people from complaining. They will always complain. I am saying if you are a moderator, if you are on a program, remember there are people listening to you, there are people viewing, people following. So you don't just give people the opportunity to call in and say whatever they want to say. You have to correct them. And the GBN to the Point program and the Plead Your Cause program is guilty of that, is guilty of just allowing people to call in when they have this open line on GBN to the Point and just say whatever they want to say. The Plead Your Cause program on WeFM, a similar thing. Just call and say whatever they want to say. It could be true, it could be false, it could be slanderous, it could be, just name it. But talk radio is not like that. A good talk radio program, the host will correct a person, will guide a person to make sure that at the end of it all, we learn in the process. We know more. That's very, very important. So you may not like the government, but if they're doing something good, you need to point it out. If the opposition does something good, you need to point it out. Just like a person called there and spoke about government ministers being at Labor Day, and did any opposition person attend, I was quick to point out Peter David was there because I saw him. I didn't see the others, but I saw Peter David. So it's important to provide factual information. It is important to provide information that can educate, motivate, enlighten, make you know more. That's important. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. I will be back with you tonight, God's willing, from 8 in the p.m. to continue that journey. We do a morning program and we do a nightly program. Let me take that call. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Cam.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling to say it's the first time I've looked at the Labor Day parade. And despite what I know, I saw Peter David there also. I think I may have seen Kate Lewis standing probably in close proximity to the Prime Minister and some of the other ministers. I could be mistaken. It probably could have been Kerry James.
No,
who
Kieran
was
is,
the
it was not Kieran. It was not Kate.
it was not Kate.
No. I know
Okay.
Gloria, the Honorable Gloria Thomas was there. The
Yeah,
Honorable
Gloria
Dilma
Thomas
Thomas
was there.
No, not Kate.
Gloria Thomas was there. I saw another person. I thought it was, but it was a little bit blurry on my.
Yeah,
my eyes
definitely
was
it's not Kate because Kate wouldn't be around the Prime Minister like
yeah,
that. No.
yeah. That's what I was thinking, because my eye was a bit blurry because I'm going through a little thing with my diabetes, so the eyes was not too thick. But
Yeah.
one of the things I want to say, some of the some of the the leaders of some of the unions, some of them had some misleading information. But I have to give kudos to the Honorable, the Attorney General,
The
Claudia
Honorable Claudia
Joseph.
Joseph.
She was on point, very informative, and she broke down quite a few things from some of the presidents of the different unions, especially the first guy who spoke. Can't remember his name.
Brian Grimes.
Brian Grimes. Yeah, because from the time I've been following the NDC and looking at all that is being done, I think he did give some praise to the government. but I think he had some really misleading information. A couple of them did, but I have to give a lot of props to Claudette Joseph. I think she was excellent in the presentation and very informative, and you could see the crowd actually was enthused by what she had to say.
Okay.
So kudos to that.
Thank you very much.
One of the things I have to call you off. I want to one of these days. I'm not too well these days, but I'm going to have to give you a call.
I know it goes. Plenty love.
Oh, okay.
All right. God
All
bless.
right. You have a
Nice.
great day.
Same to you.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much, my good friend. Thank you very much. Indeed, thank you very much, Day. So, folks, we're going to wrap it up by